does not remember the Jasmine outside the window on the house on man. The one with the 30-foot coconut tree in the yard. How we came home, slid open the veranda doors, and the bush, its white blossoms growing nearly through the louvers and into the living room, would be an assault of scent. How it filled up our living room with its funereal laughter. How it outdueled the hibiscus for our attentions. But it might be how that house's memories were for her the 1982 divorce decree. The quiet sitting at the table earlier that year in the morning, sucking hard on a cigarette, wincing for the bruises at her temples and ribs. How her hands ached, the knuckles swollen, because she had accosted our father at his lover's house and he tried to beat her, but rather found himself in a fist fight. My mother turning over tables and lamps, smashing anything she could, swinging like a woman insulted by even the idea of being beaten by a man. My mother, who remembers only that her father refused to beat the girls, insisted that her mother mete out such punishment lest they become accustomed to violence at a man's hand. Though my mother laughs, it might have been the result of his own failed attempt at spousal abuse. My grandmother having collared him in her massive stone fists and heaved him into a corner. So my mother could not be abused, though we would all agree that she'd been in a scrap that she'd lost. So she can't remember that in that house, where my father's lover dumped all his clothes on our front lawn, the jasmine bloomed all the time, and most violently so at night. My mother can't recall the flowers though that morning. When I woke up and emerged to hear her whimpering at the dining room table, I could swear, through the smoke, she was staring right at them.